Hey everyone, and all you ghosts, Elite Ghost here. Welcome back to a new reaction video, and I guess this is another news video, and this is Trump calls Chicago most dangerous city in the world in new post. Let's watch and react to this, shall we?
Just moments ago, new attacks on Chicago from President Trump and a new promise to impose federal law enforcement to fight crime on the ground. He said, quote, "Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world by far." He added, "I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. Chicago will be safe again and soon." Now, we should note that Chicago does not rank in the FBI's top 10 list of the most violent cities in the United States. And you will see Memphis, Nashville, Kansas City there. Those are all cities. Houston, in states with Republican governors, and the president not threatening to send in the National Guard to those cities. Now, having said Chicago's not in the top 10, it was a violent weekend there. At least 56 people shot, 7 people killed. Chicago's violent crime rate, though, is dropping. So it is that complicated picture. Let's get right to CNN's Elena Trine at the White House for the latest on what the president's saying. Good morning, Elena.
Good morning, John. And look, I mean, it's clear, very clear from if you've been following what the president has been saying over the last week or so and what he's been posting, a couple posts this morning included, he is really fixated on Chicago right now. And what we did, what we're learning is, one, my colleagues and I broke the news last week that they are planning a major surge in federal law enforcement officials, specifically immigration-related officials. That includes ICE and Customs and Border Patrol and other agencies to Chicago to deal with immigration. But all of that coming as the president continues to argue that he wants to try and do what he is doing here in Washington, D.C., in Chicago as well. Now, I do want to be clear in my conversations with White House officials, they've told me that the operation we're likely to see begin this week, we're told it's expected to begin on Friday, is really going to be immigration focused. That's about it. It is not about domestic crime like it is here in D.C. They still have to work out some of the details of that because, again, Chicago is in a state of Illinois. They have a governor, not really the case here in D.C. And so there's some legal questions about what the president and this administration is actually able to do. But as part of this immigration push, we're told it's similar to what we saw happen in L.A. earlier this year. We are also seeing National Guard troops kind of being put on standby and being prepared to be sent to Chicago to help with that. And so all of this coming as the president, and you said it, is posting again this morning saying essentially that Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world, calling out the Illinois governor, J.B. Pritzker, specifically saying that he needs help badly. He just doesn't know it yet. I mean, he is clearly escalating his rhetoric on Chicago and making very clear what he wants to do there, which is exactly what he's doing here in D.C. It's just a question or not of whether he can actually get to, send the type of federal law enforcement agents there that he has done in this city.
Based on your reporting, we should start to see some of it by the end of the week. Elena Trine at the White House, thank you very much. Kate?
Joining us right now to talk about this is the Lieutenant Governor of Illinois, Juliana Stratton. She's also running for the U.S. Senate seat that Dick Durbin will be vacating. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much for being here. I want to read, just because the president is speaking out about this on social media just this morning. Here's what he said to get you to respond. At least 54 people were shot in Chicago over the weekend. 8 people were killed. The last 2 weekends were similar. Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world by far, the president writes this morning. Pritzker needs help badly. He just doesn't know it yet. I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. Chicago will be safe again and soon.
Well, people, let's hope Chicago will be safe and be even more safer than ever. So people, please like, subscribe, comment, and share if you are new to my channel. It'll help me out a lot. I would appreciate it a lot. And click the subscribe button to become a ghost, and click the notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. Stay safe, be well, and be good to everyone. And peace out and goodbye. I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.